Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, there's actually a huge, massive, warning I want to give out right now that's been floating around, and I just want everyone to be careful, even if there's a small chance of it being more of like a edited shop or whatever. I want everyone to be extremely careful. Now, if you guys do or do not know, right now there has a PC build in a playable version of the Wolverine game. This means that the files themselves are specifically out, that you are able to download these. There's online basically torrents that people are able to go and download, and with all of this put together, this is scary for Insomniac. But let alone if you're going to go and download this type of stuff, which in theory you should not do. I even made a video on the whole topic earlier on today. Do not go and download this, because in theory I think it is illegal, and having these files, even though if it is somewhat public at this point, could also be very bad. But it kind of seems like right now we're seeing ISPs now taking advantage of the situation and actually now giving out warnings and basically big pop-ups in regards now to illegal basically ownership of these assets. So once again, there's a very small chance it could still be fake too as well, so always keep that in mind in the background. But I have seen a lot of companies do this when it comes to torrenting and pirating, say for TV shows, mass downloading stuff, seeding things from various torrent websites. So I know it does happen and has happened, and many folks have warned about it before. But as of right this second, it kind of seems like places like Comcast, etc., have also been issuing out proper warnings for anyone who is involved in this Wolverine hack. So I'm going to give you guys that big warning and talk about this because it's been floating around a lot. And while there is, like I said, a chance it might just be more of a fake shop thing, always better safe than sorry. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below, and also for the ongoing PlayStation 5 giveaway, in case you guys want to go creep on that. But those are linked down below, and give me your thoughts and comments. And once again, big warning, please be careful. Do not end up in jail or fined for a lot of money, because if you're involved in these hacks, it may be very bad. So if you guys do or do not know, and I've kind of talked about this just a little bit over here when it comes to the online versions, like I talked about this earlier on, is that as of right this second, there is PC versions of the Wolverine build that are now accessible and available. Now, I'm keep on saying, you guys, do not go and download it. If you guys do it at your own risk. I do not encourage that. I do not want you guys to, but these leaks have been all over the place. It's been ridiculous. It's been everywhere. This is bad. But as of right this second, there's a pretty big and somewhat substantial PC build available for the game. So people have been downloading it. People have gotten the files from the leak itself. And with all of that, it has just been widespread. So anyone out there could actually go and technically play the game. Now, there's not much else in terms of say Venom. A lot of people are curious in the Venom gameplay because it's coming out in 2025. A lot of folks are also kind of curious on any other games. As of right now, it's only the Wolverine build, which is now available on the PC, as I mentioned. We have seen PlayStation 5 gameplay also leaked, which I think was more of imagine you're recording a file and you're going and showing it to someone, and you're like, hey Jim, look at my 20 minutes of gameplay, looks like the game's going good. It's to your boss. I believe that is what's been leaked out as of right this second for Wolverine. But just out of respect for the devs, I'm not trying to show much. If only I think I'm showing this just in general, because I don't want you guys to I don't know, just out of respect to the devs, if anything. But as I mentioned, right now it is available for people to go and play this. And people are even making comments on it too, where it's this has to be the first game to get a playable build leak over here too, just in general. He's a lot of people I'm talking to as well. It's very good for mature claims. So essentially, imagine more of a gruesome game in general. It's kind of crazy that they're even being released on PC before even consoles too as well, because it seems like there's a lot more PC and playable demos when it comes to this one. People are saying this is some of the biggest, most infamous, and notorious leaks of all time, and some folks are comparing it to the same Half-Life 2 leak as well, because there's been manhunts and FBI leaks, and even the GTA leaks too as well that came out too on top of that one. And well, yeah, this is going to be really bad. So I don't know, I feel like I'm one of those people, I would rather not play the game. I don't really want to see it. I don't want to spoil myself for it, but everyone who actually funny enough has had a chance to play the game so far, people apparently are actually not hating it. Now, it's still a very beta build, so this is more of if you're very nosy and you want to know in the first place. But anyway, yes, people are saying this is crazy. I think it's very crazy too. So the one big thing to go and note though is with people checking out this build, even looking through Reddit threads, Twitter posts, I've even seen some YouTubers posting this, which in theory, I think even me, I'm kind of somewhat gray airing this, but I think it should be fine from all my understanding, because it's already been out in public, already been leaked, etc. I'm trying not to go show leaks that are not already kind of out there as of this second. But with all this, if you guys are, please be careful. Where we're now apparently seeing these big notice of actions under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, or the DMCA Act, when it comes to people downloading and utilizing this stuff for your service. Now, some intriguing things to go and note is that number one, this does happen. Like, I've literally seen these pop-ups happen before. Your ISP has, in all honesty, like direct connection with what you're doing on the internet. And what that means by that is that if you're downloading stuff, you're seeding stuff, you're going to weird, sketchy websites, or as well, let's go and say Insomniac had their legal law firm being like, hey, here's this one file that has 50,000 downloads because people are sharing the Insomniac Wolverine games out there, then anyone who may have had also had a tie-in with that can maybe be subject to legal action. Now, sometimes these are just more warnings. Sometimes you could also maybe argue in court that, like, hey, I just, like, one of my buddies sent it to me. I saw it on Reddit. A lot of other people were downloading it. I thought it was fine. I thought it was, like, just, like, an early test demo. Like, whatever. I thought it'd be legally okay. But either way, you always have to be careful regardless. And they say, hey, we have received a notification by a copyright owner. So in this case, it would be, like, Insomniac or PlayStation, or its authorized agent. So maybe, like, a third party or someone bringing it up. Reporting an alleged infringement of one or more copyright works made on or over your Xfinity internet service. So what's the issue? The copyright owner has identified the IP address associated with your Xfinity internet access at the time of the source of the infringing works. The work identified by the copyright owner is in notification are listed below. We remind you to use our service in any manner that constitutes an infringement of any copyright work is a violation of the Comcast DMCA policy and may result in the suspension or termination of your service and/or account. What steps should I take? Please search all devices that may be connected to your network for the files mentioned in the complaint details below and delete them. For the additional steps that you may take, and if you have any questions regarding the notice, please call us at the number. For more information regarding Comcast copyright infringements and policies, read their policy over here. And this is where they have this, where it says infringing work Wolverine. File name on the 133 core devel over here for the style, which is kind of funny. You have the do not use PC. Infringement date as of this year of the 20th. IP address, reporting party, Sony Group Corporation, reporting party case. I'm assuming this is their actual overall name, like the name that's meant to be on their account itself. Now, I want to remind folks, there is a small chance this could just be like a fake thing floating around. Like, do not get me wrong, there's always that chance for that. But as well, it's all like this has happened before. Like, people do and have seen these notices, and of course, you never want to have a big legal tie-in with a at this point, like $1 million, $2 million initial ransom, but you never want to have a proper tie-in with ransomware. Let alone if it's just like kind of dropped and it's like a half issue and it's just like a whatever issue, like more of a Comcast issue, sure. But one of the sometimes you have to note is that, do you want to go and have a legal issue? Do you want to have an issue potentially on your internet account? Do you want to be sued or put on a list? No, you do not. So this, like I said, there's a small chance for it to be fake, but all in sense of terms of legalities, this is an actual proper legal thing, and it is, I believe, technically illegal to go and download it. Now, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I myself would not go and do it. If you guys want to go and risk it, you guys have a VPN, you guys are in a different country, whatever it might be, go for it if you would like. This is not legal advice because I am saying do not do it. I am not doing it. I think it is against the law. But just want to remind you guys that this is like a big warning because we're seeing a lot of folks now on Twitter, we're seeing Reddit posts, we're seeing social media posts discussing. We've also, as I mentioned, even seen YouTubers even quite literally playing the game, uploading it on YouTube, and those are some of the people who might have issues with it as well. Because when it comes to showcasing that stuff as a content creator, you are also making money. So if you're on a Twitch stream, you're on a YouTube, you're on a TikTok, in theory, because you're playing ads on that, you are also rehosting those same files in an illegal way. Like, you're basically making money off a stolen ransomware property, and that also could lead into some big issues. So, but just either way, like, no matter what, if you guys are watching this video, please be careful. Now, like I said, if you guys want to go and download it, like a lot of the early build people have been saying, is the gameplay is cool, the vibe is fun, but at the same exact time, it's not the biggest, I guess, game that's out there because the game is still multiple years away. And of course, it's supposed to, I believe, more of a PlayStation 5 game too as well. So with all this, it doesn't really seem like it's worthwhile. I don't think the risk matches the reward, and I want you guys to be careful nonetheless. But this is my big warning. Like, I just want to let you guys know we have been seeing notices. Apparently, this has been floating around. There has been a few other ones besides this one too as well. Once again, they could be fake. Once again, they could be all just like someone just baking a random text file. It's a big trust me, bro. But it's always better to be safe than sorry, even if there is a chance this is a somewhat fake picture. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We're going to keep on covering all these leaks. Make sure you guys have the Twitter and Twitch room down below too as well, in case you guys would like to go and follow. And of course, I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We have a lot more videos all throughout the next few days, so be on the lookout for this one. And as Insomniac issues are still going absolutely crazy.